guys, and welcome to another video by Team Dog Bite. I'm your host Rennick, and today I'm going to be speaking about Planetside2. And what am I going to be speaking about in the wonderful game of Planetside2? You might ask. It's about bad players. This isn't a bad video about bad players, it's the good video about bad players sort of thing. Because I myself count myself as, in FPS games mostly, as a laggy and bad player which aren't doing that much to team. And in, for example, Battlefield 3 or World of Warcraft, a bad player like myself is bad to have in your team, because you have a fixed number. For example, you have 10 players on the battlefield, and if one of your 10 players is a bad player and the other 10 players in the other team is just good players, then you are outnumbered by one, you know. But in Planetside 2, you are almost infinite. I think it's a 2,000 player limit, and I never seen a full server, so yeah. So if you are, for example, 1,000 versus 1,000 versus 1,001, then you're happy to have that extra player, even if he's a total noob, which means that every player counts, because it's one more player. It's not replaced with a good player, it's an extra player, if you know what I mean. So, for example, if it's one good person with a noob person versus one good person alone, then probably the good person and the noob is going to win, because, for example, the noob can be a healer and just heal the other person or help shooting. And specifically in Planetside, because it's such a massive game, I see that's the cool thing about it. You can be totally worthless on the battlefield and still help, because you're one extra person, one extra body getting shot at, which with other means maybe I run into the battlefield and die, and that saved my buddy who get 5 kills because of me. That sort of thing, that's why I like Planetside, because even if I don't do anything myself, I'm a totally worthless person in the most situations. Sometimes I get up to 10 killing streak, and I'm really happy when that happens, but usually I have 10 die streak without a single kill. So yeah, I'm just going to take a coffee thing here. Nice coffee. So yeah, what I mean by that is that even if I'm worthless, I'm still supporting my team, because in that game, usually on my server, it's 25% Turn Republic, 25% 30% Vana Sovereignty, and 45% New Conglomerates, which I just read the lore, and more people should read the lore. Nobody would want to join the New Conglomerate if they read the lore, because New Conglomerates are just assholes right through it. They're like, yeah, this expedition to Araxis, we just kind of sabotage the whole thing, because why the hell not, we're assholes. They're like terrorists, like from the start. Nobody should like them, honest to God. Yeah, I'm not here to say that New Conglomerate sucks or something, but they got a bunch of noobs. Even Terra Republic superiority in that their players actually know what the fuck they're doing, actually holding them alive even, and giving them half the map usually, even though Vana Sovereignty gives about, I think it's something on 80% of their force is on Terra Republic, as well as New Conglomerate puts 90% of their force at Terra Republic, which means it's really little people fighting against each other, Vana Sovereignty versus New Conglomerate. But Terra Republic got good players, that's giving them the push. But they still have a really hard time because of the many players that's in the other two teams. What I mean by that is, even if none in the other teams, I don't say none, I mean like really few people in the other two teams are actually good peoples. More of the Vana Sovereignties are good than the New Conglomerates. If you're playing New Conglomerates, screw you, you are a bad person. You should really read the lore and change after that, because I promise you, read that lore and you won't ever again want to think about new conglomerates, just saying. The thing is, they are so many, so together they make up such a force, so even if they are not good players at all, they're still making up for that by being so many players, so they're still taking and doing so good hits on the battlefield, so they're still making a good goddamn annoying threat to everybody. And yeah, so that's what I mean. And if I'm a noob joining the Terran Republic, that doesn't make us a worse team. Makes like I'm one more body standing between the Alliance of Terran Republic and the Alliance of New Conglomerate, and I can choose to go at which side and help the battlefield, and I usually do that. That's why I like that game, because you can just join and feel important even if you're worthless. You don't have to actually do something good to actually be good in the game. You just have to like stand there and shoot at people, because then you don't wanna like move. For example, in one of these massive battlefields, you know, over a bridge or in T.I.L.O. Inc., it's usually like a firefight between each other. And even if you're just like standing there, shooting at the other guys and not hitting a single body, they don't go. You are making them not going towards you, and that's a hell lot of better than just don't having you there, and they might get courage to come closer to you, and you losing ground because you weren't there. And in practically, you didn't do anything. You missed a bunch of times. It didn't help your team at all. Except it did, because they didn't have the courage to get out of there. And then maybe your good guys go around and like flank them or something like that. That's the thing, because if you're more players, you can do more, even if you aren't good. It's like, if you think in real life, you can have one super soldier. He can still take out 100 persons if you got the same equipment. That's impossible. I'm maybe not going to say impossible, but in action movies it works fine. In real life, he would be kind of dead, even if it's 100 persons that's worthless as shooting and everything. Somebody still would hit him, and then he would be kind of dead. 100 persons versus one person won't work, even if they are really worthless. So what I mean is, it's the same thing with Planetside. If you join, you're one more person. One more person maybe doesn't sound so much, but if a lot of worthless persons work together, they become a bigger force, and helping out their empire really good. And that's what I like about Planetside most, that you don't have to be good at the game to helping. You just have to be in the game. So if you're thinking like, oh, I'm so bad at FPS, I don't wanna join Planetside and just destroy for my team. You are not going to destroy for a team. It's not like in World of Warcraft where you are a bad guy in a raid and like, oh, don't be that bad guy in the raid, you're doing it wrong, you're not healing me correctly. No, it's, you are a bad guy, okay, I can live with that, because you are doing something, and you're an extra person, you're an extra body helping me in my cause of taking over this continent. And other good thing about Planetside is it's on many sides. It's not like World of Warcraft, everybody have to fight. You can totally just stand back and like strategize and say, this is a good plan and we should go here and here. Some people listen, some people don't. It's kind of sad, because usually people don't listen to me. It's like, yeah, if we take over this place, we're going to win. We're going to win this war, the war going to end, and we're going to warp gate them, and we are going to take this continent. And then they are going to spread out again. But the continent will stand under the Terran Republic. We're going to get the 10 bonus thing, and it's all going to be great. And they're like, nah, we're not gonna do that. Even if we know it's going to be an epic battle when we take that station, we're still not going to do that. We're going to go back here and go to this other place, which is totally worthless to us at all. So that's like, people don't really realize what they getting from an order. So that's kind of sad. And there is some people, like, I said to a guy like, okay, can you take over this place? And he was like, okay, sir. I was like, he actually did it. What the fuck, man? and it was really funny. I was going to take some coffee or so. I really need a coffee. So I think that's pretty much it. So basically, what I wanted to say in this game, and now not game, in this video, is if you're a bad person at games, at FPS maybe, then you can still play games like Planetside. You're maybe not loved in games like World of Warcraft or Battlefield 3, because you're one guy just ruining for the whole team. But on Planetside you're always welcome, and I think in Elder Scrolls Online too, because they're going to have a similar system when it comes to PvP. You're also going to be welcome on the battlefield and appreciated for being an extra body, taking hits and dying. Even if on Planetside and probably ASO too, you are going to be appreciated if you're good, more than bad. But you're always more welcome at those games than you are at, for example, World of Warcraft. Because I honest to God know, nobody wants a bad person in World of Warcraft. Everybody wants it in Planetside 2. But they prefer good people, obviously. So, if you're interested about the game, it's free to play. Just go and sign up for the Terran Republic Army. Read the lore and you will know why. Also, you can join up with the Rebels, Violent Sovereignty. They are kind of cool in the lore. They are okay for. I think they're okay, but Terran Republic is obviously superiority and absolutely good guys. And if you say freedom fighters, they are fighting for the people. New conglomerate. Terran Republic voted down their freedom. Let's say like this. Okay, we got a threat. The new conglomerate have blown up a ship. Do you want more security and more military control? And the people voted yes. They voted by majority yes. So don't listen that they fighting for freedom. They're fighting for. The corporates wanted money and they forgot it back home. So now they're mad for some reason. A war they think is war will solve everything. So they are not at all good guys. They are mercenaries going for money. Everybody there is about money. It's not about honor. It's not about freedom. That's an excuse for getting teenager boys into the war. Terran Republic is the real good side. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you haven't, give it a dislike, as well as a comment telling me what I'm doing wrong. If you just dislike the video, I know I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what, so please tell me in the comments down below. Also give me comments if I'm doing something right, so I know what, as well as what you want to see and hear me talk about next. Also, I hope I see you on the battlefield of Araxis. Rennick out. Staff Sergeant Rennick out of here. Bye bye guys, I see you on Araxis.